by chance, if you've ever struggled with seasonal depression, then this video is for you. So I've got some good news. I've learned that these few things have actually prevented me, as somebody who has struggled with seasonal depression in the past, well, not now, but I was afraid of the winter, because I was like, no, it's going to happen again. Seasonal depression, no matter how hard you try. And then when the spring breaks and then the summer, finally you're like, the me that I love and know. Now, here's what it is. I'll get right to the point. There's 4 main things: sleep, going to bed, and waking up at the same time. You have circadian and ultradian rhythms. You have to honor them. So get 7-8 hours of sleep. REM sleep. There's more to this about nutrition and working out, but this little tip. You get an eye mask on Amazon for $6 and to block out so you can get deeper sleep. Get a comfy pillow. And then 2 is hydrate. Double the amount of water that you drink. I like to put trace mineral drops from Amazon. They're called trace minerals. 160 trace minerals. A few drops of them in the water to super hydrate, right? And so drink lots of water and replace any sugary drinks with just more water. Okay, now 3 is exercise. I have to exercise every single day, no matter what. At least 5 days a week is the rule. Okay, so that's 5 days a week. Like, I just went to the gym for an hour this evening. And then on the opposite days, instead of working out, I do cardio and a little bit of working out. But workout, cardio. And even if it's only for 10-15 minutes a day, you say, I must work out. And so you don't always get your shoulds, but you always get your musts. Because you must do it. Because if life gets hard and you're busy and you should do something, you're not going to do it. And then you end up shooting all over yourself. But if you must do it, like I have this quick little rule: I am not allowed to go to sleep. I don't care if it's 4 o'clock in the morning until I've read the Bible. And I have this rule I created. I've read the entire Bible and started from the beginning, and now I'm back halfway through again. I think I've read it all. There's a couple of books in the beginning that I couldn't wrap my head around, so I breezed through. But anyways, so I just made it a must, like as a cool experiment, and it's working. You must work out every day. So you just say, like, I must do 10 push-ups a day, like 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 dips. You could do 10 burpees, 10 leg ups. You can even work out with your body weight. You gotta do 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these, or you must walk around the block at least once. Bundle up and go do it. So, if you read the book by Atomic Habits by James Clear, I have his master class too. It's pretty amazing. It says you set the bar really low and you make it easy so you can develop a habit. This is my iPad, so I got master class in here. So you set the bar really low. Don't be like, all right, I'm going to go buy a $250 gym outfit and go get the most expensive gym membership, and I'm going to the gym 5 days a week. And go buy a bunch of protein shakes and vitamins. Just drop and do some frickin' push-ups. So my rule is I have to go to the gym for at least 10 minutes. That's all. Very low. Set the bar really low. Don't care about what anybody else is doing in the gym. And then when you're there after a few weeks, you're like, you know what? I'm going to stay a little bit longer. Sometimes I'll go to leave the gym and I'll look back and I'll go pound out another set, or I'll do squat lunges around the gym. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm there for me. And so I come home, I feel good till 4. So we talked about sleep, hydration, exercise. Next is your diet. Whenever you're all whacked out, no matter what happens, if you've had a great success or if you've had a failure, if you've had a death in the family, no matter what happens, you have to keep these 4 things balanced. So number 4 is your diet. I'm not a dietitian, but one thing I do know for sure, if you're eating junk food, especially things with lots of like white bread, it breaks down and metabolizes very quickly into sugar. And there's high lipid and low lipid fats. There's all these different things. You can read a book called 8 Weeks to Optimum Health on audible.com by Dr. Andrew Weil. And you learn a lot about simple and complex carbohydrates and what you wouldn't, should, and shouldn't eat. So what we're aiming for here is balanced meals, okay? And then you don't do it all at once. You just make little micro changes and you stick to them. Remember, back to small atomic habits. So here's a great thing. You might be like, no way, I can't do this. Trust me. So what happens? You wake up in the morning, you got adequate sleep, you set up a habit to where there's water right next to you or in your path. So the first thing you need to do when you wake up is hydrate. You get your water, right? And next is, I don't know if you drink coffee or whatever, but here's what I'm talking about. No processed sugars. So if you put sugar in your coffee, no more sugar, right? And I actually cheat because I have creamer that's sweetened, so it's probably just as dang bad. But my personal rule is I'm not allowed to take actual sugar and put it in stuff. Like I don't drink Gatorade or Powerade or fruit juices, or if I drink almond milk, I get the unsweetened almond milk. If you have a sweet tooth and you want to eat chocolate and cake and pie and cookies and pudding and all these things and brownies, delicious, with ice cream and hot fudge sundae all over it with a cherry on top and whipped cream, delicious. If you try to deny yourself from that stuff completely, you'll go fucking nuts and end up binging. So quick story. I met my father at the buffet. He loves to go to the buffet. And there's something called the one plate rule. This is like a game changer, okay? The one plate rule is you put food on your plate. That's what you eat. You don't go up for seconds and thirds and fourths. So when I go to the buffet, I get like, instead of getting deep fried foods like deep fried chicken and deep fried this and pork and all this, I get baked fish, rice, and then a vegetable like some okra or green beans or broccoli, right? And instead of getting like a big ass white bread dinner roll, I just skip the dinner roll and maybe get a little bit of extra vegetables, right? You think about this, so you're not eating all the simple carbohydrates and you're not eating deep fried crap. So I sit down and I eat. My father's like, aren't you going to eat anything else? You're just going to eat that? Good. They got fried chicken. They got this and that. I was like, so when I was done eating, I was full. I had fish and rice and vegetables, and I was healthy. I was balanced. And I'm in a buffet. That's all I ate. But then I got up and I looked, and they had this whole like buffet counter with the glass over it. They had like chocolate cake and French silk pie, and they had ice cream with chocolate and vanilla and sprinkles, and they had this like baked peach cobbler with this thick crust with baked sugar on top of the peach cobbler, and the sugar crystals were shining, and there was apple pie, and they had blueberry pie, they had everything. But they had one thing that I cannot say no to. I am a sucker for carrot cake. I love carrot cake. They had these carrot cake cupcakes with frosting on top and a little tiny like frosting. It was like a little carrot on top, but it was made of frosting, right? The little orange with the green little sprout at the top, and these were delicious looking carrot cake cupcakes, and they were on a platter with a light shining on them. I looked at and I put my hand, I was like, nope, you can't eat no sugar, no. I was like, come on, it's just one little carrot cake cupcake, bro. I'm not eating a whole big. So I was like, nope, And I sat there and I went to walk away and I was like, dude, I'm a sucker for carrot cake. So I didn't eat it. I did not. My dad's calling me right now. I'll call him right back. I did not eat the carrot cake. And then I left. And I was like, traumatized. Because I felt like I was punishing myself for trying to be healthy. I left and I came home and I told my wife about this. I said, they had carrot cake cupcakes at the buffet. She goes, get out of here. You love carrot cake. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't eat it. She's like, it's just one cupcake or something. And so here's what happened. I said, man, I should have just eaten the one carrot cake cupcake, because now I had a sweet tooth, and I think I was starting rummaging through the cupboards, and I found gourmet Ghirardelli triple chocolate brownies. I was like, brownies. And it just like, I was like, you want some brownies? She's like, yeah. So I made this brownies, and the secret to brownies is I'm just trust me, I'm getting back to the point in a second here. Look at how I'm making you hungry. I need to stop this. So I ended up eating brownies, and then we had ice cream in the fridge from a leftover family party, and now my wife and I are eating brownies and ice cream. So the one night that we are able, it's a cheat day. Mine is Tuesday. Every Tuesday night since 2016, I do date night with my wife. It made our marriage fantastic. We cuddle up, watch movies, go out to eat, go to the movies, hang out. It's our night. And that's the night where I can eat chocolate, whatever, right? And then I'm strict the rest of the week. And I think it was like a Saturday that I ended up eating those brownies. And as I was after I got done eating it, I was like, look what happened. I could have eaten one little carrot cake cupcake on a special occasion with my dad, but I didn't. And then I ended up eating a bunch of frickin' brownies and ice cream. So I was like, this is a fascinating thing about eating. So if you eat one Ghirardelli chocolate, there you go. If you get the whole frickin' bag and you're sitting and you eat 15, 20, 30 of them, it's a different story, right? If you eat one little carrot cake cupcake, or you eat a big ass slice of carrot cake with frost, like a, so moderation. That way you don't feel like you're like punishing yourself for trying to be healthy, right? Just like if you go to work out and you go to do burpees. I got this burpees giant and Sean G. There's some people that do fitness channels, and I don't know if you've ever done military style burpees, like full committed, non-stop. By the 15th burpee, your heart is pounding out of you're basically pounding your stomach, you drop down and you're doing push-ups and with your legs, and you're getting up and you're going non-stop. By the 15th burpee, especially if you're not in shape, your heart is pounding so hard, your mouth is dry and you're gasping for air, and you're seeing fucking stars, and the tips of your fingers and your teeth feel numb, and you're hyperventilating. It's not a fun experience. It feels almost like you're in boot camp. So I was overdoing it with the burpees, and now I don't like burpees no more because I set the bar too high. So what you do is you set the bar low and you do consistent over time and you work your way up. If you did, let's just say you did 10 push-ups a day for a month, that's 300 push-ups. You're like, 10 push-ups, sucker, I could do 300. Well, I did a challenge. It was 100 push-ups a day for 30 days. We did that last fall. By the 20th day, I was concerned that I was creating injury in my pectoral and in my elbow and my tricep. My muscles were, because I hadn't worked my way up to that. And my brother-in-law did the challenge too. I think he had to stop because he pulled a muscle and he was in a lot of pain. So if you did 10 push-ups a day every day for a year, there's 3,650 push-ups. That's pretty good. But if you say, I'm going to do 100 push-ups a day, that's not too much. There's people that do 1,000 push-ups a day. If you do 100 push-ups a day, by the third day, you might be freaking traumatized and be like, screw that. And now the year goes by, you only did 300 push-ups when you could have done 3,650. So, just like saving money, just like anything, if you save just a little bit of money and you keep investing and reinvesting it, you can watch $100 turn into 1,000, turn into 10, 25, 50, 70, 100, $150,000. And time goes by, you're like, whoa. You'd be like, I'm so glad I started saving that little bit way back then, because you set the bar low. So anyways, back to the seasonal depression thing. Gosh, I went way off topic. Maybe I didn't. Uninstalling whatever social media app you find yourself scrolling on the most. If it's Facebook, uninstall that shit. You're like, what? Just take out your phone right now and uninstall it. Say, I'm just going to uninstall this. Set the bar low. Say, just for a week. Let's see if I can go a week without scrolling on Instagram or on TikTok, right? I was scrolling on Facebook, right? And Facebook started showing me freaking like car accidents and like vandalism and people beating each other up. And I was like, I'd look at the next one. It would show like a semi slipping on ice and rear-ending like 25 cars. And you're like, what? No way. And then like somebody on a motorcycle smack. Like you're like, well, my Facebook doesn't show me that. I don't know. And I didn't get any work done, and I kept scrolling on Facebook, and I was like, dude, you know what? And then I felt pissed off, and I felt like my time is so valuable. I opened my Facebook to check my stats on my social media and to connect and to create value and even make money. I have a social media business. I have important stuff to do. And I got hijacked, and I'm sitting here scrolling. Oh, that. Uninstalled it. I haven't had Facebook on my phone in weeks, and I don't miss it either, and I hear the trick. So it can make you depressed, because if you told yourself you were going to work out and hydrate and get proper sleep and have a healthy diet, a balanced diet, and now you're scrolling, seasonal depression. Uninstalled it. I uninstalled Facebook and Instagram from my phone. And then I learned that there's a Facebook business app where you can just get in and post what you need to post and see your analytics, and you don't see anything else on the feed. It's great. Another thing, so with the consistency of the working out, hydrating, eating healthy, and here's another thing, doing intermittent fasting. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Try waking up and just don't eat anything from dinner all the way to next day dinner. Just drink lots of water. Shock your body, shock your system. I just did a 5-day fast right before Christmas. It was a juice fast, so I drank raw, organic, fresh pressed juices. Green, red, orange juices. Very healthy. But I didn't eat a single bite of food. By the 4th and 5th day, my ego was going inside out. I was like, I wasn't hallucinating and I wasn't delusional, but like it was like trapped emotions had come up and out, and my empathy and my grief was so strong that I was like, I was going through grievous suffering. And so I finally ate, and it took a couple days to go back to normal, and it was freaking amazing. I don't know if I should do another 5-day fast, but I think I'm going to, because it really set the tone for the new year. Versus, so you waking up eating 4 bowls of cereal. I do think that oatmeal without sugar, we have oatmeal in the pantry, and it's got that stupid sugar, and I'm gonna throw that shit in the garbage because I haven't been eating it. I ate a bowl of it last week. My wife was, she's like, she made it for me, and it was delicious, and I was like, fuck all this sugar. So I want to get these like organic steel cut milled oats that don't have the sugar in it, because I'm not eating that stuff. But eggs, high in protein and all the good stuff, good for you. And the most healthiest thing you eat all is basically organic greens, because greens, if you're eating like broccoli, the darker the better. Spinach, lettuce, turnips, collard greens, all that stuff. The darker the green, the more chlorophyll it has in it, and chlorophyll matches. It's basically harnessed to sunlight. So chlorophyll, it matches hemoglobin in the blood, almost identical, except for the center molecule in blood is magnesium, in the center molecule in hemoglobin, the center molecule in chlorophyll is iron. So it's a blood builder, because when you eat greens, it's so alkaline that it allows, almost like changing dirty water in a fish tank. With alkalinity, your body feels safe to let go, and it starts discharging all the toxic low pH fluids. That's why you feel sick, because your body's discharging toxins. When you alkalize your body with fresh greens, healthy salads, basically here's the thing. If you eat meat, fine, I won't get into meat, all the different things, because I don't even eat the really expensive recombinant bovine growth hormone free, range free organic meat, and I should. It's crazy expensive. I should switch over to it. But fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, berries, legumes. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, berries, legumes. So if you're pescatarian, you can eat fish. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, berries, legumes. And none of that is processed food. So you can eat fruits, you can eat oranges and apples and avocados, mangoes, starfruit, bananas, vegetables. You can eat raw peppers, raw green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, raw broccoli, raw cauliflower, raw spinach, raw lettuce. Vegetables, nuts and seeds. So you can eat walnuts, Brazil nuts, you can eat almonds, you can eat sunflower seeds, you can eat peanuts, you can eat flax seeds, so seeds, and they have healthy omega fats, so does avocados. Berries, blueberries and raspberries. If you read 8 Weeks to Optimum Health, Dr. Andrew Wild talks about staying away from strawberries, even if they are organic, because strawberries are the highest concentration of pesticides. It's a whole other problem. There's people that even argue that, there's one little spot in the grocery store that has real food. It's the organic produce section. And everything else in the other 99% of the grocery store is food-like substances. And even the stuff that's in the produce section is covered in toxic pesticides. So, whole nother story. So, But strawberries have the highest amount of pesticides, so they're actually toxic to eat, which is freaking crazy. But anyways, berries, blueberries, and blackberries, and raspberries, and mulberries, elderberries, berries. And then the next thing would be like roots. Obviously turmeric and ginger root. Gingers are really, really good for you. You can put ginger in tea and stuff. And then one other thing is past that is like mushrooms and like cordyceps, I think they're called. Maitake and shiitake mushrooms. I don't know much about mushrooms, but I have read entire chapters about mushrooms. Paul Stamets has a whole thing on mushrooms, and basically you can get a My Community mushroom complex, and if you take that at least once a week, but preferably once a day, mushrooms do something amazing to your immune system, and they basically trick your body at a cellular level to think that there's some type of attack on the immunity, but they're not at all. It's totally healthy, and what it does is it puts your immune system into it activates your immune system and makes it become it's I don't know what the word is, but strong. So that one of the number one things that you can take, aside from all the other stuff and having alkalinity, is mushroom complex. My wife has a cold right now, and I don't want to say anything because I might get sick, but usually I get sick and then I get her sick. I felt something coming on, my throat was scratchy for like half a day, and then it's gone. So knock on wood, I've been taking care of her and bringing her whatever she wants. And then the next thing is prebiotics and probiotics. Get a good multi-strain probiotic, and with that balance of stuff, you don't need to eat anything else unless it's like a cheat day. And I learned that the cheat day is so important because let's say you eat really, really, really healthy all week, and then you have a cheat day where you're eating freaking pizza and you're eating like coney dogs, which is a hot dog with chili, mustard, and onions, and chili cheese fries, and like total crap, right? Something about that satiates and allows you to feel. Oh yeah, here's one last thing I learned. Just because there's a party or a family event or some type of place where there's free food, let's say you go to a party and there's like pizza and subs and chicken wings and all this food out, and it's free. If you aren't very, I guess, actualized in your healthy eating, and I grew up very poor, so I used to be like, whoa, free food, nom 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 nom. Eat 5, 6, 7 pieces. I've eaten 8 pieces of pizza, then like 2 subs, and then like pop. And so just because you can doesn't mean that you should. So maybe just say no altogether, right? Or if you do eat the 1 plate rule, you just eat a couple pieces of pizza, and stay away from. I'm not trying to tell you what to eat, but pork is like probably the worst thing that you can eat, and the meats. So the 2 things that I have so far, the 2 habits, is I'm not eating any processed sugar, and I'm not eating any pork. So I haven't touched pork in a year. Wait. No, I think I accidentally ate a bite of it. I didn't know it was pork. And I haven't had any sugar in like 2 months. So, oh yeah, so if you're at a place where there's all this delicious food and then they bring out dessert, maybe, just because it's all you can eat, you just eat a little tiny bit. Oh yeah, there's another thing I learned. If you can be hyper disciplined in what you eat and what you don't eat when you're all by yourself, right? Let's say you don't eat 3 meals a day with other people. 2 out of the 3 meals every day are just you, or not at all. If you are hyper disciplined in what you eat or don't eat, which means you might choose not to eat, when you're by yourself. Then when you're with other people in like a family or dinner gathering, you can be way less strict on what you eat, right? You can have fun and splurge because you're super disciplined when you're by yourself. That's crazy. I wanted to make a video about seasonal depression. And I think I went to this whole diet thing because to me, maybe it's a little selfish, to me it plays a huge role. Because when you're self-disciplined and you care for yourself and you have standards, what it does is it keeps your self-esteem high. And if you want to even extend that metaphor, my friend Coach Rob says high self-esteem, it doesn't exist. It's really just the absence of low self-esteem, because high self-esteem is just your natural state. You're supposed to feel abundant anyways. I hope that serves you.